folks, Jonathan here, working on some side pipes with some glass packs for the coupe, 5-window coupe. I want to try to have this done for the cruising tomorrow night because we had it, but we sort of postponed it too. We just, quite a few people showed up and we just sit around. We really didn't do any giveaways and stuff, so we wanted to do it again this Monday night. So tomorrow night is the cruise in, and I just want to get some exhaust on my car. And I decided to take these side pipes apart. Jake brought me these side pipes, and I wanted to use my glass packs. And I didn't know, but these pipes are actually mufflers. But they're really restricted. They're way more restricted than what the glass packs are. So, I still want to use the glass packs. But I was going to use these as straight pipes, but can't do that because they've got mufflers in them. So we're trying to chop and cut and put stuff together here to figure out what we're going to do. You know, I'm going to run them about like you see there, and then we'll put a cover over them, but we'll get it figured out. But that's where we're at. That's what we're working on. It's been raining quite a bit and hadn't been doing a whole lot. And the auction is coming up this next weekend, so we'll see how that goes. And we'll know a little more about the 33 that's really a 34, 35. The auction company advertises a 33, and it may be a 33 with a 34, 35 hood, but that just told me that it probably don't have a title, don't have any paperwork, so I won't know until the day of the auction. So anyway, we're going to keep chopping on this exhaust. These mufflers are actually brand new. They've never had exhaust run through them, and I put them inside of some pipes, some 5-inch stacks one time, and then we didn't use them, so I cut them back out. So, you know, they look bad, but they've never even had exhaust run through them before. They're brand new, so that's the plan. That's what we're using, so we'll get at it here and see what we can get figured out. All right. Okay, folks, we've gotten one figured out how we're going to do it. Okay, I don't need these real long. Matter of fact, these shields are 36 inches, and I really don't need them much longer than that. But they're going to be a little longer, so we're going to have to deal with it. But we can always shorten these pipes up. That's one thing we made it where we can do. Now I use drive shaft, which is old school anyway. A lot of people used to use drive shafts for exhaust, but makes really good stuff. So this will get slid on, welded. This will get slid on, taken care of and welded, and this will get clamped to where it hides the weld, and that's how far we got out. Now, like I said, we may end up having to shorten that some and bring that pipe right into it, but we'll see how that works out when my 45s come in tomorrow. I've been waiting on them. Ordered that stuff Speedway, and I've never had such a problem. And it's not Speedway's fault, it's UPS. Something about Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know what's going on in Nashville, but they sure don't want to send you your stuff. That stuff sit up there and it just don't even make any sense. And I think it's like a little town called Willow Creek. It's part of Nashville where the stuff was at, but you know, they just kept it. And you know, Speedway guaranteed delivery, or they would cover the shipping. And it happened to me twice in a row within 2 weeks, because I bought the first pipes and they were 30 degree, and I thought I bought 45. Well, I really needed 45. So then I bought 45s, and same thing, except it even took longer. So the pipes that are coming tomorrow, which is Monday, this is Father's Day, the pipes that are coming tomorrow was supposed to have been here this past Thursday and didn't show up. All right, folks, we got them all cut apart. We had to get them all good and straight and clean them up around the ends here so we can get some weld on them. And once we get it welded, these don't have to be welded fully. These do, because it'll leak. You know, afterwards it ain't gonna bother it. So we'll get these welded up all the way, these part of the way, and we'll get our covers on. I'll show you what they look like. All right, we got them all welded up. Just want to give you an idea of what I'm working with here. Here's our pipe. Now, this pipe won't be here. It'll have a 45, but this is at the angle that our pipe should be at, and then it should be 45 and straight. So as you can see, it's getting kind of long. So I think we'll be okay. You know, we can cut this pipe off wherever we need to and shorten it up, and then let this cover go on top of our new pipe, whatever we got to do. We'll know a lot more when our 45s are here. I just wish they had already made it here. Wasn't taking so daggone long. Anyway, so the cruise ends tomorrow night, and UPS gonna deliver these tomorrow, and they could be here anywhere from 11 till 8 o'clock tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. So, you know, I may not even get them in time. Okay, so it's Monday morning, cruising day. Just got back from a wreck and I had to pick one up. So I figured I'd show you the garden. And growing good. There's all our cucumbers. See, we've got some blooms. Let me see if I can zoom in on that bloom. There's one right there. We got some more down through there. But, you know, the garden deal here is sort of like my wife is with animals. You know, we have somebody give us something along the way, and we can't let it, you know, you can't let it die. It's like an animal. You gotta feed it and try to keep it alive. So I think we've got a squash plant, a gourd plant, and then all of these cucumbers. But I want to show you something. These 2 rows right here, my wife planted. That row right there, I planted. So you can see who has the green thumb. And I think we figured out what it was when I planted them, I didn't break the bottoms open when I put them in there. So anybody that wants to know, there's the difference of what you get if you open up the roots compared to not opening up the roots. So, but I told her that mine was actually on a time delay. That way we'd have cucumbers here, and then later on cucumbers. And then, believe it or not, down here in this swimming pool at the end, I'll show you in a minute, are more cucumbers that was planted at the same time. And it's just crazy how small they are, but I think it's got to do with the soil. But, okay, so we got 1 pepper off of here, and there's a couple on this one, so I mean, it's going to be a while before they're ready. We got a bloom right here, I just noticed on the tomato plant. We got the cages around it. And let me see, box over there, we've got a lemon verbena, which anybody that knows Miss Beadle and Laura Ingalls knows what that is. We got 2 peach cantaloupe, which I've never heard of, and down at the other end we got a peppermint. And let me see, let's walk around to the other end and I'll show you. Okay, so I guess we're learning a whole lot, or I definitely am, because I've never, I see another bloom. Right down in there. I'm not one for growing anything. I've never done much of that. But anyway, if everybody remembers when I planted them seeds, and I planted them in that coal dust with some dirt in it, but I mean a lot of coal dust was there. These were also planted at the same time, and you can see how small they are. Now, I planted like 6 or 7 seeds per little cup, and I left them all together on these. Well, I had 1 left I separated up. We put in here. This is, I think this is just mulch maybe. But as you can see, these things are, you know, just not growing. Like they stunted their growth. So, I don't know whether we're going to transplant these or what we're going to do. And, you know, I was talking bad about the sandy soil, but maybe, you know, it's still better than this, whatever's here. So, anyway, I don't know that much about it. Anyway, we got tomato plants in these. These aren't ours. These are my wife's little nephews. So we're just trying to keep them going for him, and then he can replant them or take them to his house or whatever he wants to do. So we got 1 pepper plant that's kind of growing slow, and everything else is doing really good except the ones I planted, which that's normal. You know, my wife, when it comes to this stuff, you know, I think it's got to do with care. She cares more about it than I do. And, you know, when you do something and, you know, you take your time and you do it right, it comes out good. When it's like me and I'm just throwing it in the ground because, you know, I'm expecting it to grow a cucumber tomorrow, you know, I'm in a hurry, I don't think I care as much. So a big difference between her stuff and my 4 there. Waiting on UPS. Need some pipes. Okay folks, we got the exhaust finished up. Scott come by and help. We didn't get the pipes in until what, 2 o'clock? Something like that. It was late. Anyway, then I just got a CAT scan on it, and it passed, but we haven't taken it down the road yet at all because it got late, and I had to run in and take a shower, and now we're going to try to get down to the cruise in. So they're on there, and I'll show you more. Alright folks, we're at the cruise in. A nice 1960 Cadillac convertible. Beautiful car. Black and straight as an arrow. Got a 502 big block. They don't get no any nicer than that. Yeah, somebody really took their time to do this one. Body is just as straight as an arrow. Impala 64. Two-door hardtop. That's actually my brother-in-law's car. He's got an LS for it. A lot of parts for it. He's gonna go through it and redo it before too long. New paint. It'll get redone. Okay, my buddy Leroy's Chevrolet truck. Most of you seen it at the house. It's pretty much an original truck. Just little things. And I'll show you the dog. Anybody that hasn't seen the dog in the, he likes this dog in the wood. Just happens to be the knots in that cedar. We got a Ford. It's 78. Jake pulling in, he's 57. A little late, but he made it. My buddy Kurt's. He's actually a neighbor of my son. This is a 39. And he said these are 150 spokes per wheel. Number of real spoke wheels are not fake. This car, it's only got like 30-something thousand miles on it. I think it's a really low mile car. It's like new inside. This is Lawrence Wilson's car.
This bag has almost got a ticket for free.
How are you?
Where's my mattress at? How am I going to sleep in here?
Oh, we got an air mattress. Look at the house.
Kind of hard to sleep with no mattress.
Got exhaust into it.
Hillbilly exhaust.
Got the right height this time anyway.
Where'd this little dude come from?
I don't know.
I do like the cooler.
Yeah, that is cool.
Oh yeah, I ain't above. If I needed to, I'd be out there doing the same shit, man. Ain't no nothing.
Buddy of mine, it's a 73. Early Chevrolet pickup, 3-speed on the column, drives it all the time.
This is a big one.
You won't fit in this thing, do you, Lawrence?
No, sir. I think my head will be above the windshield about 3 foot.
Yeah.
scared to touch, I'll break it.
We're building another one. Like you said.
All right, custom 500. Ford with 390. Guy's been working on this one. Engine's redone and everything. He just drives it. First feet on the column. Johnny Dale's truck. There's the nicest 57 on this side of the Mississippi River.
I don't know, that green one, that teal green one came by. It looks pretty good too.
That's a pretty car.
That's more than I was talking about.
It's in Junior's car, everybody knows it.
Yeah, we take put mine in the back of my 15-foot box frame. Put my trailer behind it. My cousin got that real
5.3.
It's on the S10 frame. 5.3. You know, I got one of these bodies at home at 56. I got that 56 like this at home.
Hey, that one's guaranteed not to rot out.
Yeah.
Exactly what I
Glass.
put in here.
That's y'all too.
My son. Yep.
The inside, all the back.
The sandwich and then fries.
Take out all the seeds and Daddy, that first one.
Bobby man.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. This one yours?
No. I had a rail buggy, but I told this I wouldn't have that. I just seen you play.
Still haven't come home and got that fire box.
Okay, folks, had a good time at the cruise-in. We made it back. Just started to sprinkle when we came back in, but it didn't even end up raining, so it was no problem at all. Exhaust, it's all right. You know, like I said, you know, it comes down here at an angle. I wish it could come a little straighter. I don't want it to come straight, but instead of 45s, I wish I could have got like a 75-degree bend and bring it back, but the 45s at the bottom, but that's okay. It works fine, and got the noise down and the heat down and the of course the smell. Well, maybe I won't get a headache, but I think it'll be okay. Worked out really well, and it's good and solid, so we don't have to worry about it coming loose. And we'll just we've got to do our 4-barrel yet and a few other things, and we're trying to get back on some videos on the Roadster. Got to do some moving around and cleaning up here, but I've got a bunch of stuff that I've got from subscribers we need to get on video, and a few other things. The auction coming up, I may go to one day of that. It's a 2-day auction, but I may go to one day. We'll see what happens. But anyway, appreciate everybody watching, and until next time, bye.